What's up, guys? We're Kills, and we are back today with a updated version of Infernoids. I haven't played this deck competitively in the past couple weeks. Some of the past couple weeks I've been playing Necroz. Can't blame me. But basically, the deal with me for this deck is once the new support comes out, I'm going to be experimenting with a lot of the new cards they're getting, the new spells, the new traps, the new monsters, especially Lilith. I'm especially pumped for that card. That'll be a very interesting card to throw into the meta. Yeah, so won't be doing too much competitively wise with this deck, but I just want to go ahead and throw you guys out my most updated profile for the April 1st ban list, which just became legal today. It is April 1st today, April Fool's Day. So yeah, that's going to be really it for this deck, for at least until the new support comes out, which I think is in May. When Cross Souls will come out with all of the new support. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So basically, still playing in my standard Infernoid lineup, which just consists of the double antra. Basically, he's a compulse. Once per turn, he can bounce one card in the field to the hand. Not very relevant right now, especially with Necroz running the format. You don't want to really bounce their Senjus and stuff back to the hand to reuse. So 2's fine. 3 harmadik, pops a monster at will, but can attack the same turn, use the effect. Then you have 3 patrulea, pops a back row, but cannot attack the same turn, he activates the effect. So same as all the little guys. Playing 2 patrulea, don't really summon him that much. He's just there for extra fodder, and he's also not a bad choice to summon if you need that extra monster on board, whatever. But when he attacks and does damage by attacking a monster, you can discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. So not too bad in a meta where, like, you know, keeping hand advantage is, you know, key, especially like decks like Necroz and stuff. So very helpful in that matchup. Next we have 3 sietsemas. He banishes after he destroys, or after he attacks a monster. He does not destroy the monster. As long as he attacks a monster, you can banish 1 card in the field, and that effect does not target, which is amazing. Level 7, 2600 beat stick. What more could you ask for? And then lastly, 3 attondel, 2800. If he destroys a monster by battle, you can make a second attack in a row. He is your go-to guy for your OTK, especially with Blaster gone now. This was your bread and butter, especially with Blaster. So you kind of have to play a little differently now that Blaster is out of the game. And I'm playing an extra card in the main deck to sort of boost that OTK power back up, and you'll see that in a minute. But right here, this is your main go-to guy, so that's why we play 3. 2 onuncu still, the huge boss monster that blows up all the monsters on the field when he hits the field. 3000 defense, 3000 attack, level 10. So he gets around towers, which is cool, even though that Cliff Ward deck won't be too relevant anymore now that they got hit on the ban list. Ban Hammer came down hard on those Jewish spaceships. But yeah, 2 onuncu, but when the new support comes out, the split might be like 1 onuncu, 1 Lilith, or 2 onuncu, 1 Lilith, or 2 Lilith, 1 onuncu. It really depends how the format is shaping up, because he pops monsters and Lilith pops spells and traps, so we'll have to see. And then for the normal summons, still playing 2 Trooper and 1 Evil Hero Infernal Gainer. In the last video, I was playing just 2 of these. I wanted to bump it back down to 1 to get back down to my 3 normal summon count that I'm used to, which used to be the 2 card trooper and the Blaster. But this guy, sort of in the same way, pushes for your OTKs much like Blaster does. Basically, once he's on the field, and the reason I'm playing 1 is you don't really want to draw into this. You'd rather hit it off for reasoning. Because a lot of people I play with are getting used to calling 3 because they know I don't play any Lightsworn, which is a lot better to not play Lightsworn, because Lightsworn, in my opinion, is so inconsistent, and really it makes your reasonings garbage, and I hate it. So I like playing minimal normal summons, especially just card trooper, because you get so many pluses off them. But basically his effect is you can banish this card off your field to target 1 fiend type monster you control, can make a second attack during the battle phase this turn. So it combos amazing with that level 8 guy we were talking about earlier. Attondel can make a second attack if he destroys a monster. So if he attacks a monster and destroys him, that's up to 3 attacks at 2800. Not to say that you can also put another one of those on the field after you've already banished this guy out of the field, because you create more room. And then you only have 8 levels, and you can summon any other Infernoid that you want. So it pushes for OTKs Still really hard, even though that blaster is gone. And then for the spells, it's been pretty standard throughout this entire deck's existence. Triple Reasoning still bumped up to double Void Seer. Still playing 2 Dark Hole. Now don't hate on me for not playing Raigeki. I would be playing Raigeki. I only own 1 copy, so I'm playing this instead. But if you think about it, Dark Hole is not actually too bad in this deck to use while you have stuff on your field, because it doesn't hurt you as much as it does your opponent. Yes, you'll have to use a little more resources, but you can remake your entire field again. And also, if you have card troopers that are dead in your field and you need that extra drop, Dark Hole helps. So, kind of, you know, hear me out there. Next, we have 2 Hand Destruction, Clutch card. I really want to play 3 of these. Can't find a third one, to be honest. But basically, both players discard 2 cards, then, or both players send 2 cards from hand to the graveyard, and then they both draw 2 cards. So basically, it's awesome to have it set, and then like against Necroz, they'll activate Kaleidoscope, and then you'll activate this, and they might have to discard the monster they were going to have to summon out of their hand, depending on what their hand looks like. And also, it helps get into your combo pieces. Like, you'll have some extra monsters in your hand that you won't necessarily be able to summon yet, depending on the requirement for them. Or you'll just want them engraved, and you want to draw into your combo pieces or your traps or your reasonings and stuff. And it really helps. 1 book, 1 burial, and 1 monster gate. So yeah. And lastly, for the trap lineup, like I said, triple breakthrough. I feel like it's one of the best traps to be playing right now for a deck like this. Just overall an amazing card. 2 Raigeki break. Wanted to add this in now that Blaster's gone. And also, it's an awesome card to be playing in a deck like this. I've always wanted to play Raigeki break in Infernoids. And I was testing it around with just like 3 break, 3 skill, and see how that went. But I think a 3-2 split's nice, and still playing, of course, 2 Needlebug Nests to go along with more milling power. That's been working fantastic. So yeah, that is it for the main deck. We'll go ahead and move on to the, what is it called, extra deck? Yeah, we'll move on to that. So yeah, playing some rank 8s. We have 1 number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, 1 Heliopolis, or 1 Heretic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis, 1 Alcei, 1 Felgrand, 2 Dracosax, you know, 1 Big Eye, which had 2 Big Eye, 1 Master Blades, and then for the rank 4s, which, because I'm always playing as just 8s and 7s, because that's all this deck really puts out. 1 Gemini Pearl, no effect, so obviously that doesn't count your levels, so pushes for OTKs more, very important. 1 Arc, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Cowboy, 1 Rhapsody, 1 Castel, and 1 Lavable Chain. Very awesome card. Stacker Card Trooper, send an Infernoid to the graveyard. Awesome combo piece to set up. Even though you don't really make rank 4s that often, I wanted to have a lot of rank 4s in here just in case that does come up, and I have that ability to make a very helpful rank 4 and to condense your levels a little bit. And this is going from 8 to 4 helps too. Alright, on to the side deck. We have triple Lancia. Staple in the side deck, in my opinion, right now. It's just so good to have, especially hitting off of Reasoning too, since you contribute off field for the same effect. 2 Jinzo, 1 Fiend, and 1 Granimal. 3 Space. Moved it out of the main deck into the side deck now that the floodgates have been just hammered this format. 2 Soul Release. Card is proving to be very awesome side deck card right now, in my opinion, especially against Necroz and even in the mirror match. Like, this was a blowout in the mirror match. 2 Fairy Wind and 1 Vanity's Emptiness. Yeah, that's it for the main deck. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your opinions on the profile, or leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below on the build, on any suggestions you may have to, you know, any changes I should make, any sort of information you have about the upcoming support and what cards you think will be played the most and not played at all. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to, subscribe if you already haven't, guys. Your support is always appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.